Buhat Gaming
is open, and they kind of have more breathing time for the marksman role. So if they want to deny the marksman from the side of Team Philippines, they could get it right now and just maybe add a strong tank, maybe a Grok.
Yeah, a Grok is still okay right here. Yeah, a Grok and also the Harith
Okay.
is the most okay pick right here. Great pick for Vietnam. Well, the reason why I said that is because if Kufra prioritizes, or rather, if Philippines prioritizes the Kufra, there's a
Esmeralda.
big chance that they can pick up the Harith themselves. So again, yeah, Esmeralda again, a very nice counter, a very good draft here from Philippines. Again, the Frost Moon Shield, the first skill of Esmeralda, can soak all the shields that the Harith can gain from the Chrono dashes. So that's already a big counter.
Yes, that is true. So, but of course, let's not forget that Harith can still overcome or overpower a Esmeralda. He just has to make sure that he will get the first core item faster than this very tanky mage. And
Indeed.
bro, this Esmeralda in this meta, in ML in general, just hurts a lot. Lolita can be banned out by Team Philippines here.
And I think because there's a big possibility that they can go for the Chang'e and at least a little bit of control, because once the Harith uses Zaman Force, you can use the Numinous Blast in reply, so at least you can force out the Harith to go away from the Zaman Force. But still, a very good pick from Vietnam, since they understood that, okay, they will pick the Baxia again. So one of the best ways to stop this Baxia is to dish out a lot of pure damage, and that's where the mark from Carry will go into the play. And well, they just need to funnel all of the resources, all of the time, give a little bit of a lot of space rather for this character to farm, because once he was able to pick up at least 2 core items, that's where the carry will start to hurt.
Hylo's gonna be picked up by Team Vietnam here. It's pretty good when it comes to mobility. Let's assume that Nepomuceno will be charging his ultimate, Esmeralda's ultimate. It has a 0.5 or 1 second window, so that is more than enough for Hylos to actually land his glorious pathway.
True. And that's a very, we've seen this a lot, this H and H combo, the duo of the Harith and also the Hylos. So both of their ultimates have a lot of slow. If you also stack them together, it's really difficult to run away from. And also from the early aggression of this Hylos, you can just use this Ring of Punishment to slow down a lot of enemy heroes. And well, I've experienced that earlier while we were playing. So again, a lot of early control here from Vietnam, and they can use this to capitalize and establish a very good lead against PH.
Tom's gonna be hovered and locked in by Vietnam. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is your game 2 draft. This is actually more even for me. The snowball potential is on point and it's just pretty tied out. Let's see though if Vietnam will be the ones to invade in the early game this time.
Yeah, again, for Vietnam, they just need to get their level 4s as soon as possible, make use of the Hylos Ring of Punishment and also the Law and Order to at least dish out a lot of aggression for Philippines. But for the Philippines, they just need to get their power spikes as well, establish a very good foundation for the early game, and then snowball again. But still, this is a very even fight. But if you're going to ask me whose draft is better, I'll go with Vietnam right here. But it really boils down into execution.
That is true. I guess Hylos is nice addition in their lineup. It's gonna work really well, as well as the carry. Like what you mentioned, one of the ways to stop a Baxia is go with that solid, pure damage.
And right now, let's go into the Land of Dawn. This is Game 2 in a Best of 3 series, 30th Southeast Asian Games, MLBB esports category. We have Philippines on the blue side and Vietnam on the red.
Alright, again, this is a best of 3. Will Philippines end this with a 2-0, or will Vietnam push this to a game 3? Apparently, no invades early on. But Villa was able to cut out the creep wave here at the top lane.
Yep, also an early control of the creep of the minion equilibrium, which is really necessary if you're playing the off lane. You just want to make sure that you're able to steal their gargoyle on the side of on the top lane of Vietnam. But also for Vietnam, looking at this, they're also cutting the lanes here in the bottom lane. And right now we're looking at the blue buff. both teams, they're just patiently waiting, just securing or giving this blue buff for their core heroes.
And this is even because they're just staying at their own safe areas. But looks like Bataan here, the bot lane, trying to zone out or chase out this Grok and this Toms. I'm not sure this is part of the plan. I mean, yeah, he can sustain this, but he is still very vulnerable to be taken out as the first blood.
Indeed, and Bata Alon can also use his second skill to at least get that life drain effect, reducing the healing factor of this Sam, especially once he reaches level 4, once he uses ultimate. Again, the life drain will really hurt the Thames a lot.
I like what Team Vietnam is doing right now. They're able to get the bot lane buff. However, space created for these two on the top lane. They were also able to get the top lane buff. Crab gonna be secured by the Harith though.
And that's a very nice rotation here from Team Vietnam, shutting down the lane of Villa and also the Granger. But still, with that rotation, Zaman Force has already been committed, but they will decide to go ahead and cut out the lanes first.
Turtle already up, and I think Vietnam is gonna try to position themselves to take this turtle speed up for Nepomuceno on this Esmeralda. Of course, gonna clear out the wave before he goes to the turtle area. He is already level 5.
Yeah, level 5 right now. And he's just looking for a nice opportunity to use that falling star moon. And since the next objective for both teams is the turtle, but when it comes to the positioning, Philippines already had a little bit of an advantage near the turtle area. And how many head counts are there? I think there are 3 for 3 skirmishes happening now in the turtle area.
Surprisingly, Villa is not alone now. We've seen Bataanon jump to him time and time to just, are you okay? Do you need my help? Or, the team sitting right here. But Vietnam, they are looking very strong right now. The Iron Defense is apparently showing. Nepomuceno trying to zone out this Toms, but Bataanon receiving a lot of damage there.
Yep, you see how much they're really giving out just to secure this turtle. All the members of both teams just making sure that there's really no space for the rest of the team to be uncontested. Glorious Pathway and also the Zaman Force already been committed, but with that falling Starman from Nepomuceno is able to disengage safely.
Man, I believe that right now, Harith has more breathing time. He's able to rotate more in the map, but this character said retreat, maybe it's not favorable. The situation they have there at the bot lane, but right now, there are literally 3 people on the top lane. Kufra trying to zone out this, if I'm not mistaken, that is a Thumbs. Yeah, that is a Thumbs. Get away from the turtle.
Get away from
said this Kufra.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I thought Vietnam here moving forward. Zaman Force will be committed, plus the bouncing ball on the side of Team Philippines. But will it be able? They will secure the first blood here. Bataanon being caught out in Castro Mayor in a very dangerous spot right here with a nice block from the Grok, getting the double kill. Din here, still not done yet. He might be punished here, and the Grok will fall down into the hands of the Tier 1 turret on the side of Philippines. But they will have the opportunity to take down this first turret on the hands of Vietnam.
That is a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Team Vietnam and a turtle to top it off. I believe Baksha tried to steal that, but Hylos be like, nah, someone tried to zone me out. No, I'm gonna zone you out.
Yeah, I'm gonna zone you out.
I believe that Esmeralda was able to even out things though. He was able to get 1 turret here at the bot side, but then, man, farm is really good, looking really good for this Harith right now.
And he just had all the space that he needs to get that power spike that we're talking about. And looking at the KDA 200 for Dean here, plus the Impure Rage, so he can just spam all of his skills every single time, get that magic shoes. However, here into the bottom lane, we have Nepomuceno, with a nice wall charge, canceling it out. Fam trying to run away, but again, the Stardust Dance from Nepomuceno, securing that kill. However, here into the top lane, Castomayor trying to catch out Nguyen, but Nguyen popping out the Covenant Inferno and able to disengage safely.
So more breathing. They were able to even things out. Gold advantage, not noticeable actually. It's like 300 or 200 at this point. So I guess it's a matter of who will be able to initiate first. Castomayor jumps straight into Nguyen and nice flicker. He was in bouncing ball mode and he just went in front of that bounce. But here comes Harith along with the Hylos. I think it's time to disengage. But of course, before anything else, let me get 1 turret.
Yep, 1 turret at all. And Nguyen here, he's shown himself a little bit of information being gathered by Bata Alon. He also saw Fam here at the back trying to catch out Arcangel with the Rhapsody. He hits all of it. Almost 50% HP left for Fam here, and he got Bata Ano again with a shield unit.
To adjust after just one game. So let's see what that Falling Star was being charged by Nepomuceno, and I believe they were able to get that buff. He uses that Stardust Dance, and he is able to back away Harith level 9, level 10 for Esmeralda, and for the Marksman, level 7 to level 8. So 1 level gap for them so far.
Yeah, for the core heroes. And also talking about the cores here, a lot of skirmishes happening here. Law and Order trying to hold down Castro Mayor. Bata Ano and still moving forward. He got separated from the rest of the crew. Ring of Punishment plus the Diamond Force will be committed. And also he's really slow, but they're getting revitalized, keeping him alive. And they're not done yet. Fam still trying to dish out damage here. Castro Mayor moving forward, still on the front lines here. And also Nepomuceno trying to charge up his ultimate. No Stardust Dance will be committed, plus the Frost Moon Shield. And he's able to get that kill.
I was about to say there were no casualties, but apparently the blue side proved me wrong. I guess Grok just got caught out there. But you know what? The glorious pathway that High Loss used, that was very on point. Vietnam could have capitalized on
That's
that.
true. And again, that skill, the revitalize on tank heroes, really giving a lot of space and sustainability for Philippines here. But Vietnam is still a very even match. If you're going to ask me, it's just a 3K lead, or almost a 2K lead here for Philippines. There's still a lot of opening left for Vietnam, since they also have a lot of turrets left.
Look at that immobilized coming in from this Hylos. He is forced to pop his glorious pathway just so he'll be able to make it out of there alive. Looks like this backshot tried to chase down this Grok but decided to just zone him out. Next objective will be up in 84 seconds. The minion wave is in favor of the blue side using Falling Star, able to evade that wild charge. Man, that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, and also his shield is almost well, 3/4 of his max HP bar. However, here Bata Anon still moving forward here. Dean able to dash out using his chrono dashes. However, here into the top lane.
Look at that. Nice timing coming in from Nepomuceno, and Killing Spree coming over to Esmeralda. Kufra jumped in, but the damage, the turret damage is a tad bit too much for this Esmeralda to handle. Now, Thumbs on Cotton Inferno mode going 1v1 against this, of course, Kufra. Looks like Kufra is in a tight spot right now using for a skill. Kufra jumped in, immediately goes on bouncing ball mode, and here comes that Granger. Goodness me, that outplay.
That was a very clutch response there from Arcangel. Just one more hit. That's what it takes for them to take down the member of Philippines. That was a very nice clutch play here. Bata Anon still. It's a 2 versus 1 skirmishes, but Vietnam focused onto the turret. Okay, we will just secure this. We need a lot of gold. We need a lot of space. Map control is the key for Vietnam right now.
That is what they just need. I believe at this point they could try to maybe catch Granger off guard. I mean, Granger is the one that's usually on solo mode. Lord went already up, but looks like this Grok is forced to use wild charge just so he'll be able to get away. That's not going to be used by that Granger, and High Loss able to shield Harith but using himself in that last crit bullet.
Yeah. 5-3, ladies and gentlemen. 9 minutes, 19 seconds in. And still, Philippines with a 3K net worth lead. Vietnam with 23,000. But for sure, they're just... Vietnam right now is like a ticking time bomb. Once this carry, also with this... well, with his Electro Flash emblem, he can just dish out a lot of damage once he get one more item. I saw earlier that he's able to pick up that golden staff. I think one more endless battle, or at least an endless battle, or maybe a Demon Hunter sword, that is already enough. They have a lot of slow from the High-Lows and also from the Harith, and that gives him a lot of opening for Fam to dish out damage.
Vietnam just needs to create space for this, of course, carry, but Arcned being the target right here. Killing Spree coming over to that Harith. Nice targeting right here, but Nepomuceno very, very tanky, but he was just forced to back by not being able to trade anything. That is 1 kill going over to Team Vietnam. Lord still up for grabs.
Yep, up for grabs, and they were just waiting for another opportunity, waiting for Arcangel to respond first. And also Vietnam, with this response, they're not really just hurrying this match right here, just patiently waiting for another nice opening that will Philippines will show to them, and that's the right timing to strike. But right now, look at the positioning. both teams knew that the Lord is already up, but Philippines trying to catch out the rest of...
Using that second skill, Glorious Factor immediately being used, but he got knocked up airborne. They decided to not try and chase him down, but that's not gonna be used by this Ranger. Villa receiving a lot of damage. Stabs immediately on counter Infernal mode, and the sustain is real from Team Vietnam. Nice knockup coming in from that crack. Oh my goodness, this, of course, Kufra got taken out. Nepomuceno forced to use Flicker just so he will be able to get out of there alive. Again, this is it. That is the window that Vietnam needed. They just need to keep on doing this. But for Team Philippines, they need to start targeting the marksman.
That's true. And right now, Dean's still not done yet. Trying to focus on Arcangel. But as you can see, Vietnam is already in control. It doesn't matter about the net worth because they're really catching up fast. 30,000 for Vietnam and 32,000 for Philippines. And also given the fact that FAM already picked up an antique cuirass, so that will again reduce all the physical and magic attack by 6%, and that will greatly affect this Granger or Archangel's hero to dish out those Rhapsody and those Death Sonata damages.
Right on cue, this Baksha also picked up an anti-cuirass.
Oh,
and
so
they hate physical damage, really.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth for Philippines here. But Arcangel already level 13, KDA of 121. Again, he went for a bounty hunter, so he's really eyeing to get those additional gold gain, 80 gold gain per kill for Philippines here. But looking at the performance of Vietnam, they are really striking hard against the hearts of Philippines here. They are able to capitalize and at least control the whole map.
Of course, Athena Shield being picked up by this carry right now, and man, I like what I'm seeing right now. Vietnam was able to awaken their powers, but looks like this Kufra and bouncing Bomot immediately got knocked off air by Nepomuceno trying to target that carry, but carry was able to back away. High loss receiving a lot of damage. He does have Glorious Pathway, but decided to not give it a go. Nice falling Saruman coming over from Esmeralda, but Glorious Pathway just popped in at the right moment. But the Anon got the first kill, got cast on Nepomuceno. He does not mind soaking up much damage. Again, Esmeralda does not have the ultimate, but he was able to take out that the Grok. Nice Death Sonata coming in from this Granger. Goodness me, double kill coming over to this Harith, and man, that was a 1 for 2 in favor of Team Vietnam.
That was a very clutch play right there. I really thought that Philippines were able to clean up Vietnam from the kind of positioning. They're able to catch out 4 heroes clumped up together, but Nepomuceno, the best thing that he can do is just remove all the HP and soak all the shields. But unfortunately, all Vietnam right now already had their necessary items for them to survive this kind of skirmishes.
Goodness me, Kari targeting that Esmeralda. Nothing that Bata Anon can do. He got eliminated by that Harith.
Wow. And Nepomuceno able to secure another turret away from Vietnam, and also stealing the blue buff away from the Harith. But looking at the Harith right now, Madam, 601, level 15 already. And he's really strong. He's well, the way that this Harith is prioritizing their kills, he's just focusing on Arcangel, and Arcangel cannot dish out damage as long as the Harith is on his tail right there.
Rhapsody already being committed by this Granger. Killing spree coming over to Esmeralda, and look at that start, the stance. Man, that hurts a lot. Glorious Pathway being used. So Team PH, this is a very, very quick window. They need to secure the Lord right now. Right now,
indeed. And I think they were able to secure that. And also when it comes to positioning of Castro Mayor, he's just hiding inside the brush area. Oh, hold that thought though, Bata Anon. He saw...
No buffs for user. Looks like Kufra jumped in, but he got stunned and he's immediately on a bouncing bomb. He uses his ultimate, but looks like the sustain is real. Nepomuceno able to immobilize 2 people, but gets knocked up by that Gak mega kill coming over to Esmeralda. Of course, Glorious Path are gonna be used, but we have the Dragon gonna be committed onto that thumbs, and nice intro onto that Death Sonata. The damage output from Team PH right now, goodness me, unstoppable for this Esmeralda, and they were able to take 1 mid lane turret.
What a nice turn of events here from the Philippines. Again, Arcangel just sniping every member of Vietnam from the brushes, and they're not going to stop. Villia still moving forward here. He's taking a lot of shots from the turret, but Philippines, they will take the last series here from the lower bracket, and still the life of our Filipino players, our athletes, still alive, and they will 3 Oh my, that was a very intense match right there,
Goodness
Yuko.
me. There were a handful of windows for Vietnam. I strongly believe they could have pushed this to a game 3. It just so happened that I guess it was because of Esmeralda. I don't
Yeah.
know, but just my gut feel. I believe they could have banned Esmeralda here in game 2, but going back to the draft, the Cho literally was only there to use Wave of the Dragon, deliver to most likely in front of Bataanon or Kufra. And from there, that Sonata from Granger, just the sync from the blue side is really, really good. Apparently, for this series, Team PH able to close it out with a 2-0. Look at the smiles that the team has right now.
Yeah, and I'm really impressed because, well, as you can see, from the mid game to the latter part of the late game, I can feel that Vietnam already had this.
Yes.
No bias intended. It's just Vietnam already had this. But when that Falling Star Moon connects into the middle lane and catching 3 heroes inside the tier 2 turret on the middle lane, that really caught Vietnam off guard.
There were a handful of moments that Kufra overextended. Also, this
Yeah.
Esmeralda forgot the turret aggro, so she got killed because of that. I wanna talk about. Look at that.
Yeah, look at this.
We yelled when this happened. But anyway, Carrie, she was online. We saw the items that she had. It just so happened that she cannot position herself, or there were no windows for her to actually dish out or throw out her skills at a safe spot.
That's true. And well, now looking at our highlights, Villa just able to dash away from Vietnam's aggression right there. And as you can see, I really thought that moment, I really thought that they can just take a good wipe out against Vietnam, but Vietnam really standing tall, still keeping their lives around. And right now here on this part, that Tyrant's Revenge catching a lot of heroes from Vietnam, and there's really less time to react since they've already popped all of their ultimates. And as you can see here on the lower left hand corner, they're able to take down the carry first, which really disabled Vietnam going from that siege.
Oh, I just realized Granger was actually the one